Did you know that sports are not a modern invention, but a tradition that dates back thousands of years? From the ancient Egyptians playing a hockey-like game to the original Olympic Games in Greece, sports have always been an integral part of human cultures. They were not just games, but also a way to honor gods, showcase strength, and entertain masses. Today, we're going to uncover 15 fascinating facts about these ancient sports. So, without further ado, let's dive into the fascinating world of ancient sports. Our first fact takes us back to the time of the pharaohs. Imagine the sun-baked banks of the Nile, where ancient Egyptians engage in a game strikingly similar to modern-day hockey. They use palm branches as sticks, maneuvering a papyrus ball with deft precision. This is not just a leisure activity, it's a display of agility and strategy, a testament to their competitive spirit. So, the next time you watch a hockey match, remember its ancient roots. From Egypt, we transition to ancient Greece, considered the cradle of the Olympic Games. These games first appeared in 776 BC, not just as a platform for athletic prowess, but as a significant religious event paying homage to Zeus, the chief Greek deity. The games were observed every fourth year in Olympia, a city designated as a sanctuary for the god. The initial games differed greatly from the globally recognized multifaceted event we are familiar with today. The only contest was a swift foot race from one side of the stadium to its other end. Gradually, the games incorporated more challenges, expanding to encompass wrestling, boxing, long jump, javelin throw, discus, and the demanding pentathlon. The most perilous event was undoubtedly the chariot racing, infamous for its high rate of intriguingly, all athletes competed in the buff, a tradition designed to promote aesthetic admiration of the male form as well as to honor the deities. The spirit of competition and the honor that so characterized the ancient Greeks continues to inspire and shape our contemporary Olympics. From Greece, we travel to Rome, where sports took a much more brutal turn. The gladiatorial games of Rome weren't just a sport, they were a spectacle, a grand display of strength, courage, and sometimes sheer brutality. Gladiator fights were the main event, a social phenomenon that drew crowds from all walks of life. These men, often slaves or prisoners of war, would train rigorously, becoming skilled warriors ready to face off in the Colosseum. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Victory meant glory, wealth, and a chance at freedom. Defeat, on the other hand, often meant death. But these games were more than just a blood sport. They were a reflection of Roman society, embodying the values of courage, endurance, and martial skill. They were also a powerful tool for social control, a way for the ruling class to keep the masses entertained and distracted. Despite their brutality, these games were a pivotal part of Roman society. Leaving Europe behind, we venture across the ocean to the ancient civilizations of the Americas. These societies, rich with culture and tradition, had their own unique sports that were integral to their societies. Today, we explore the sports of the Aztecs and Mayans, including Tlachtli and Poca-Toc. The Aztecs, a Mesoamerican culture that flourished in central Mexico, were known for their game of Tlachtli, or Ullamalistli, as it was sometimes called. This was a ball game played with a solid rubber ball, which players had to pass through a stone hoop without using their hands. The game was high stakes, often associated with religious rituals, and losing could even mean losing your life. Tlachtli was not just a game, it was a spectacle, a test of agility and strength, and a testament to the Aztecs' rich cultural heritage. On the other hand, the Mayans, another powerful civilization of ancient Mesoamerica, were known for their own ball game called Poca-Toc. This game also involved passing a rubber ball through a stone hoop, but with a unique twist. Players were only allowed to use their hips. Poca-Toc was more than just a sport. It was a vital part of Mayan culture, deeply rooted in their mythology and religious ceremonies. The ball court itself was considered a portal to the underworld, and the game was often associated with the Mayan gods. While these ancient sports may seem far removed from the games we know today, they have left a lasting legacy. They are a testament to the ingenuity of these ancient civilizations, their cultural richness, and their deep connection to their spiritual beliefs. The echoes of these games can still be felt today in our modern sports and in the cultural practices of the descendants of these great civilizations. Though these civilizations have long since faded, their sports have left a lasting legacy. From the Americas, our journey takes us to the ancient civilizations of the East. Let's delve into the unique sports that were played in ancient China, Japan, and India, including Cuju, sumo wrestling, and kabaddi. In ancient China, a sport known as Cuju was all the rage. Cuju, literally translating to kickball, is considered one of the earliest forms of what we now know as soccer. The game was played using a leather ball filled with feathers and hair, and two poles were planted in the ground to act as goalposts. Players would showcase their skills by maneuvering the ball through the poles solely using their feet, a testament to their agility and precision. As we move over to Japan, we encounter the world of sumo wrestling. This sport, deeply rooted in Shinto tradition, was more than just a competition. It was a ritual dance to entertain the Shinto deities. Two wrestlers, or rikishi, would square off in a circular ring, each attempting to force the other out of the ring or to touch the ground with anything other than the soles of their feet. The sumo wrestlers, known for their immense size and strength, were highly respected figures in society. Our journey concludes in ancient India, where the sport of kabaddi was popular. Kabaddi, a unique mix of tag and wrestling, was a test of speed, strength, and strategy. In this sport, a single player, known as the raider, would dart into the opposing team's half of the field, attempting to tag as many of them as possible, all while chanting "Kabaddi, Kabaddi" without taking a breath. The opposing team's job was to capture the raider before they could make it back to their side of the field. These sports, steeped in tradition and culture, continue to be played today. They offer us a glimpse into the past, reminding us of the rich history and heritage of these ancient Eastern civilizations. Our final journey takes us to the far corners of the ancient world, where some truly unique sports were played. In the icy regions of Northern Europe, the Vikings would engage in feats of strength and skill, like wrestling and stone lifting. These competitions were not merely for entertainment, but a way to showcase their physical prowess and resilience against the harsh elements. Traveling south to the plains of Africa, we encounter the Maasai people of Kenya. Here, young warriors would participate in Unoto, a tradition filled with a series of events designed to test their bravery and strength. It wasn't just about physical ability, but also a rite of passage, a crucial step towards adulthood. Next, we venture to ancient Persia, where the noble sport of polo was played. Rather than an afternoon social event as it's often seen today, polo was a serious and demanding sport, requiring exceptional horse riding skills and precision. It's believed that this ancient game laid the foundation for the modern sport we know today. Further east, we find the Mongols playing a distinctly more rugged sport called buzkashi. This game involved horse-mounted players who competed to grab a goat carcass and carry it to a goal. It was a wild and chaotic display of horsemanship and tenacity, very much reflecting the Mongols' nomadic lifestyle and survival skills. Finally, let's return to ancient Greece, where we find a sport called hoplite racing. This was no ordinary foot race. Athletes would run in full armor, a true test of their strength and endurance. This sport was more than just a race. It encapsulated the spirit of the hoplite soldier, emphasizing the importance of physical fitness in warfare. These unusual sports offer a glimpse into the diverse cultures and societies of the ancient world. From the icy realms of the Vikings to the sun-drenched plains of Persia, these games and traditions underscore the universal human love for competition, challenge, and the pursuit of excellence. As our journey comes to an end, we reflect on the rich legacy of ancient sports. From primitive forms of hockey in the sandy lands of Egypt to the fierce gladiatorial games of Rome, we've glimpsed the role of sports as societal mirrors. In their essence, these were more than mere games. They were platforms to display strength, honor, and courage, often presenting a set of survival skills. In the Far East, sports like sumo wrestling and kabaddi exemplified agility and strategic prowess. Across the vast Atlantic, the Mayans and Aztecs involved in complex ball games, exhibiting precision and the essence of teamwork. In the icy terrain of the North, Vikings demonstrated their physical prowess through wrestling and stone lifting. Some of these ancient games survive to this day, underscoring the tenacity of the human spirit, our fondness for competition, and our inherent drive to play. From the dusty arenas of Greece to the lush green fields of today, the spirit of competition holds strong. Sports have always been an embodiment of our societies and cultures, reflecting our values, character, and collective ethos. As we foster this spirit of play and continue to compete, we honor and perpetuate the legacy of our forebears. From the hockey-like games of ancient Egypt to the brutal gladiatorial games of Rome, sports have always been a reflection of our societies and cultures. As we continue to compete and play, we carry on the legacy of our ancient ancestors,